You don't like my dancing?
No, I was with it. I was with
We
it.
are live, you guys. And welcome to Politics with the
Princess.
And I want to just let you know you're watching Politics with the Princess on WJZZ Cool TV, the coolest station in the world. Streaming live on Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook, and also YouTube. You can like, share, follow, comment, subscribe. And thank you for watching us. Yes. And first, I want to introduce my lovely guests. Like, they're so awesome that we have to bring them back. We have Veronica Taylor from Pontiac.
Yaktown.
For Taji from Detroit. And the lovely Tiffany Barber. I just feel like you should have a barbershop.
T-Barb.
Because it said Tiffany Barber. You like, that's my name.
People really have thought that before. Like the hot dog cart, because it say Tiffany Barber on the back. People's like, oh, you cut hair in here? I'm like, no, it's a hot dog cart.
First, I want to say, too, we got to say this, y'all. Jess is back in Detroit.
Yes.
Jess is back in Detroit, right? So you got WJZZ Cool TV, and WJZZ Detroit Legacy Jazz Series starting July the 29th, and it's every Thursday. Every Thursday, you get to come out and listen to jazz. Now we have a change of venue. It has moved to the St. Regis.
Beautiful.
That's beautiful. I know.
If you're interested in tickets, ticket information is at eventbrite.com, or you can email wjzzradio@gmail.com. If you want to sponsor, I urge you to sponsor this, because it's a lot of history of jazz in Detroit, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's going to be so many performers and all that stuff. You want to be involved in this. We're going to talk about, I'm going to be there. T. Barbara's going to be there. I think she's performing. Veronica's going to be there. Taji's going to be there. We're going to have on our little dresses. Don't they have like jazz? What do y'all think is a jazz dress with the swing?
Yeah.
With a little bob to it.
A little bob to it.
Yeah. Little flow at the end.
Yeah, girl.
Little flow at the end.
Cleave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With a lot of cleave. She's talking about, yeah.
Yeah.
So Jazz is definitely back in Detroit. Remember, it starts July 29th at the St. Regis. It's hosted by WJZZ Detroit, okay? And it's the Legacy Jazz Series.
That's awesome.
That's going to be awesome.
It sounds awesome.
It sounds awesome.
And
that's the real jazz, baby.
Have you been in the St. Regis since they started remodeling?
I went, the last time I went is when they first began, and then you can tell how it was going to be. Now after COVID, with the COVID money, I'm pretty sure it's like, wow.
The bar area, so they do like an outdoor thing in their terrace.
Oh, really?
Beautiful. The bar area is the St. Regis was
sure
already
that's
nice, but
will be.
They really upped it. So if you're gonna miss out if you don't come. The St. Regis is beautiful, and I'm pretty sure
So we're going to jump into talking about what we've been talking about, because the election is coming up. So every Friday we got to talk about what's important, right?
Yes.
August the 2nd election.
3rd.
August the what? 3rd. We don't want to get that wrong.
August 3rd.
August 3rd. Get out and vote. It's the primary.
Mm.
The primary is where you pick the people. You narrow it down who you want in the general.
Which starts in November 2nd.
So, we're going to talk about Detroit elections.
Yes.
Right? And we're going to talk about what happened yesterday. Yesterday, we hosted a forum. Mm-hmm. And I want to give shout out, United Precinct delegates hosted a District 7 forum. And so I want to give shout out to, because we haven't hosted a forum since probably about 2018. We haven't done one since, we didn't do nothing in 2019. I was kind of busy. And so this was the return back to the city, right? Yeah. And it was good. Yeah. But I have to give a thank you, and she's gonna be mad at me, but I do this. Thank you very much for Taji. So for Taji showed up, and you always do this when you can. Veronica is another one that always does it.
I like to be in
But
the background.
yesterday, she showed up early with her family. Now, mind you, she has her family that she has to take care of because she's a working mom. And she showed up and she helped us put everything together. Just smooth and sweet, no problem, and all of that stuff. And her family's probably like, Mom, really? Do we got to come on this journey with you? Can we just stay at home? Like, she brings the whole family and they...
I love that.
No, my son, he actually enjoyed it.
I'm happy he did.
Because he got to meet with your friends' daughters and they sat back there and talked.
Oh, really? I'm so happy because I was worried about that. But I want to thank you for always showing up and helping us put everything together with no problem and actually handling stuff when it's so chaotic and I can't because I thought I could be able to do the table and do the thing.
No.
But it didn't work.
Let me sit down and do this.
But let's get to the point. Usually in the day, back in the day, I could be able to do the table and run the show, you know.
Because you pull somebody in different directions.
I couldn't do it yesterday.
I can't believe my baby
and she didn't even say nothing to me. She just moved it out the way.
Actually, my baby, he said, Mom, you know, Miss Gill, she's very busy. You want somebody to sit at the table? I say, oh, you know.
She sat at the table because I wasn't. So, it was District 7, Detroit District 7 form.
My district.
Right.
District, which is a hot
district.
What
area
is the hot
is that
district?
And what area?
That district is
What's that area?
west side of Detroit, right? I would say
6 Mile. Which one?
it's like Greenfield,
Stretches.
6 Mile. I think does it go up to? Does it go up to Grand River area?
I think so.
A little bit past Grand River maybe because of Fred Durhall where he lives. But yeah, so we were in District 7. It's City Council District, Gabe Leland District.
Okay.
Right? Who's not running this time. And so I'm trying to find the candidates for that. Okay, let's go. City Council right here. And so we did District 7 candidates and we did at large. And let's just say this first. At large, who showed up? Janae Harris told me she could not come because she had a form.
Okay.
It was and I found out it was a form on Zoom at 6 o'clock. Our thing started at 5, so you could, right?
And Zoom in the car.
Okay, because Nicole Small showed up and had to do that same form at 6. Nicole Small showed up and stayed the entire time. Mary Waters came. These are the at-large candidates, and it was hosted by Precinct delegates. Coleman A. Young did call me, and I respect that. He called me the day before. I didn't answer. He called me the next day, and I told him send somebody because he had a fundraiser. So you have to show up to your fundraiser. You cannot be late to your fundraiser.
That's right.
And so
that makes the campaign run.
So he's running at large as well. Coleman Young.
Coleman Young is running at large. But we had all the candidates RSVP, but Erica did not show up. She RSVP. Maybe something happened. We need to check on that.
Yeah, we'll check on that.
We had John Bennett. He showed up. William Davis, Fred Durhall III, Regina Ross, Joanne Underwood, Angie Webb.
Man. I should have left Pontiac to come see my family.
And Robert Dunlap. Oh, you didn't even show up for him.
Girl,
so let's go through because we were there.
Girl, is he my right-in?
He's there. He showed up. And
Mr. Dunlap, forgive me, but I'm coming.
So I want to say this first that the thing about it, I haven't done one in a while. So when I look up, you guys, it was 2 police officers. First it was 1. And then it was a second one, a police officer in the room. Remember? And I just thought that they were guests. And then I see the guns, and I'm like, okay. And I asked, what's going on? Why are you here? Versace was there. What did they say, Versace?
They always come to the forum. So I was like, I got it.
No, they say they come to the forums because they get rowdy. Like, they was like, you ain't, and I'm like, well, not at our forums because I've never experienced that, right? This is pre-COVID, commissioner, pre all of this. Not at mine. And they just standing there and I was like, y'all ain't gonna have to worry because it's how you start and say what you can tolerate. So the first statement we make is you're going to respect everybody. If you feel like you cannot respect everybody, you need to leave.
That's right.
Because while you're yelling and screaming at each other, you're losing the battle. You want to hear people express actually what they believe in, what they don't believe in, what they're going to vote on, and it flowed. I am thankful. Precinct delegates did a great job. Residents did a great job. Candidates did a great job.
It was very informative.
It was very informative. It was good. It was great. And let's go through the candidates. So, we'll go through the candidates. Angie Webb, how do you think she did?
I think she did okay.
I think everybody did okay.
I think everybody did a good job.
Everybody did a good job.
Did they?
Yes. My favorites were. I gotta
drum roll, please.
And then you want to tell me your favorites first?
I'll tell you after.
Okay. I'm telling you my favorites. My favorites in the forum were who I was presently surprised. Well, not present. Nicole was awesome. She did a great job. Mm-hmm. She know her shit. She did a good job. I got to give it to her. She know her shit. Joanne Underwood did a good job.
She did.
She did a good job.
I was impressed.
I was very impressed. And I'll tell you about this question I asked later and who actually answered the question, who
and why they
really didn't answer the question. Fred Durham always does a good job. He's a pro at it. Mm-hmm. He's been elected. Okay. I don't doubt if he can't do a city council forum, shit. I don't know. Yeah. He always does a good job. William Davis, to me, William is my friend, too, and he was okay. He need a little more. It's like, okay. Do I want to listen? Not really. Maybe. It's like, I don't know. John Bennett did a good job. A great job. This is my first introduction to Mr. Bennett, and I told him that. I was impressed with John Bennett. Mm-hmm. Never even knew. I've heard his name 1,000 times and stuff like that, but I was impressed. Only one comment I didn't like is the marriage. Remember, he messed up right there. Because your district is mostly... Okay, so we asked. Oh, this is the question. Tell me who's yours. And then we'll do the question.
The people that I keyed in on was, I had a specific question, and how the candidates responded to the question was how I perceived them. Mm-hmm. So my candidates that were at the top of the list was John Bennett, Robert Dunlap, and Joanne.
Yeah. Oh yeah, those my three favorites.
Because Robert Dunlap, he did a good job too. And I like that
he's very familiar with our district and our community.
I love that. He was raised there.
He used to be
his grandmother lived in the Herman Gardens.
Yeah. Right. So I like that he's familiar with the area. He knows the youth. He knows what we need.
He's patient. He's calm. He's focused.
And I guess I just have a lot of concerns about our youth, our education, the mental illness with the youth, the disability.
Which is important because our youth are our future.
And how they will handle it. Some people, they got up, they said they was familiar with it, but they didn't address the concerns and issues that I had.
True. That question that you had was really good. Your question was about the youth and mental health and all that stuff. And what candidate actually answered? I think Joanne answered it.
Joanne answered it, and Robert Chief Dunlap answered it.
Yeah, Joanna answered that question, but she also answered it with a plan.
She did.
Shut up.
No, with a plan. She laid out. She didn't just say, "Oh, I'm concerned about it. I care." She laid out a number of
A, B, C, D
of things that she wants to put in the district and that can help, and all the things that she said will help. I was like impressed at this. I was impressed. Like her and Nicole, you could tell that they
like coming and strategizing.
I was impressed with the black women thing. I was highly impressed. And I can't say it takes a lot to impress me, but and then she brought the whole charter. Read this right.
She had 2 different documents. I'm like, oh my God.
So I asked the question because this question for me, it talks about your growth, right? Mm-hmm. It talks about your ability to admit that you were wrong and you basically messed up, and you will do it differently because now you think differently. Mm-hmm. And it takes a strong person to admit that they flunked up, right? We'll say flunked because I'm working on this not cussing.
I like that. Flunked up.
Flunked up,
okay.
right?
Go ahead.
And so my question was just that. Talk about an experience or something that you did, something that happened to you, or something that you wish you would have did different, or you can say you messed up on. It's just an open question. It could be anything. Mm-hmm. So one candidate got up there and said, No, wait. No, she could have kept it to herself. Well, she said, I wish I would take this job that I turned down.
Okay.
I was like, wait a minute.
That's not good when you're trying to get elected to a job. What if you take this job?
It's like, and Joanna got up there and said, because she usually go off on people, cuss them out and all this stuff. I've learned, I've messed up by, actually going off on people, cussing people out, calling people out their name. That's not the way to handle it. Like, she was really, I can still disagree with you and not call you, like, she.
Transparent.
I was like, yes. Right? Because that's, it takes balls, especially for us.
It really do.
What did John Bennett said something that I liked. He wished he would have listened to a young guy that said he could not, I don't care, man, I can't go back to jail, because the young guy wound up killing himself. He wished he would have heard him more. And the young guy that wound up killing himself is his grandkid's father.
Wow.
He was like, the guy kept telling him, man, if I get caught one more time, I can't go back to jail. Whatever, I can't go back to jail. But he wasn't really trying
He wasn't hearing it on a deeper level.
He wasn't hearing it.
And what
then he was barricaded in the house.
Here it is. That goes back to that mental issue. Somewhere along the lines, there's something that doesn't click with people.
But see, that statement right there about John Bennett, that lets me know next time somebody says something, it's going to trigger him to think, wait a minute, maybe they mean something else. The guy wound up being barricaded in the house with the option to get arrested and he killed himself.
Wow, he said
And it's his grandchildren's father.
So imagine how that affects
But Jess, he shared that story and fessed up on that. That tells me when you're sitting somewhere.
Somebody's talking.
Or if you make a decision or a vote, you can tell the people, I fucked up. I'm sorry. If you can't tell the people that, if you can't, because you gonna mess up.
Yeah. You can't, we used to say this in foster care and CPS when we would give the parents treatment plans, is that you can't fix a problem that you don't have. So if you're not willing to say, hey, my drinking is a problem. Hey, my communication skills is a problem. How can you fix something that's fine?
Or how can somebody trust you if you can't be open and say, like, you're not perfect. You're not going to be perfect as this elected official. And I think some people were worried about, oh, they could use this against me. You can't use my mess up against me. If you lay it on the line, you can't use it against me. You get what I'm saying? You can't use my mess. If I'm telling you I messed up, I was wrong. Guess what? A part of life is growth. So if somebody holding your past against you where you messed up, fluff them. I'm good at this. I said fluff.
Well,
yeah, no, seriously.
Wow.
If you're growing, you're supposed to think differently now.
Absolutely.
Okay, so political princess, I got a question for you, because now you say we were brought in this world with a lot of problems. We were not perfect,
right?
And we are not. There's no one. We're all got issues in our life.
Everybody.
We were born with the issues. We have problems.
I just left the house with some issues.
we do not. Every day is a learning battle. Even with children, having children, being a child, being a parent, being a wife, being a person. Just being a person, period.
Correct.
It's a growing experience. So everybody gonna have problems because we was born into problems. Sin and all. So you tell me who got the right to point the finger, because it tells me that there's big finger coming back at you. So we all got problems. And if we gonna point out each other's, we got our own problems.
My mama always say, my mom used to tell me this when I was little in school. And then so she'll say, don't never let an MFer blackmail you. You better just tell it.
You know what? Because I was going to ask you that, too. No, like, because you get a lot of scandal. And what I've noticed with a lot of the newer politicians, even if you want to go back on Kilpatrick, not to bring that up, I think that one of the big issues was not just fessing up and saying, you know what I mean? This is what happened. This was the mistake. So do you think a lot of politicians, that's how they falter by not admitting to their mistakes and trying to bury it?
Trying to bury it. I think to talk about it? I don't think you should bury anything. I think that it's a way to tell any story, honestly. It's a way to tell any story.
Sometimes it's embarrassment and shame. I'll just say this. I'm a mom, and I'm very well educated, of a child that has autism. And I felt embarrassed that I know the resources. And I'm a person that's connected to the community, very well connected to the community. So that's not why I started a foundation. Now, I've always taken my son with me. I take my son wherever, so he can get...
Yes, she does.
Familiar, and he can get experience, and he can get exposure. So now my thing is to go reach back and educate Afro-American women and men, for dads, that there are resources out here. Do not be ashamed to get them. Because now my son, I think he's doing better now that we're more open with it than we are with closed.
That's true.
Well, you got to also remember, as African-American people, back in our histories, our forefathers always taught us whatever did in the...
No, that's not just it. Our parents taught us that.
Yeah. So you keep it, whatever, if it's autism, we got difficulties, bad problems. Right. We never talked about, they never vent back then. They kept it all privacy because they really didn't know how to tell it, and they was tired and didn't learn.
And so now we are in
now we're in the 21st century where now we have learned holding it do not heal us.
No.
And so in order to get healed mentally,
but we're talking about two different things. But let me tell you guys are watching Politics with the Princess on WJZZ Cool TV, the coolest station in the world. You can watch us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter, and all other social media platforms. You can like, share, subscribe, comment, and comment and follow. And so we also want to let you know that Jazz is back in Detroit. Jazz is back in Detroit. WJZZ Detroit Legacy Jazz Series starts July the 29th. Every Thursday at the St. Regency Hotel. You can get your tickets at eventbrite.com or email wjzzradio@gmail.com. And so we're talking about... Now we're talking about how don't let an MF blackmail you, right? In my mama words. And so if you want to call in and comment, the phone number is 313-355-6018. We're talking about politics, scandal, blackmail, and all that good stuff. And we'll get to the Pontiac races in about 5 minutes because we got to talk about Pontiac. So I'm going on tomorrow in Pontiac. But I would say this, that I think if you're running for office, anything that you know that's going to come out, you better find a way to tell it.
Yeah.
Period, point blank. Because somebody knows, you got people in your family that would sell it, tell it, do everything. And so true. I am a believer, I am a strong believer because I was taught that you cannot blackmail me. I'm telling you. Like I had a fear, like we're growing up. The fear is you grew up in the projects. That was the first thing. I don't know nobody know. My mom used to tell me it's not where you live, it's how you live. The next fear is that your father went for selling dope to using dope. That's a hard one. Right. You don't want nobody to know that. But that's not my issue. I'm not the one on it. I have a strong mother that, that's the next fear. You have to tell your own story. Don't let somebody rewrite your story. Actually, your story is your power. Right. That's what people understand. That's what makes you. That's what give you your makeup. Even your mistakes make story, you up.
What you go through in life is to help somebody else. So what you going through will help me. What you going through will help me.
And that's why I wrote the book that I have, The Faith Over Fear Tales of a Retired Hood Rat.
Which is a good book.
Thank you.
It's called what, baby?
Faith Over Fear Tales of a Retired Hood Rat. So I get a lot of flack. No, I get a lot of flack.
Wait, did you see this part? It's called what, baby?
Oh, no, I know that. She said retired hood rat. And I use that moniker.
What, baby? She said she threw that baby in there because she didn't, she didn't.
Like, what? No, I use that moniker, and I get a lot of flack for it.
Go ahead.
Or whatever, because people always say, well, why would you want to say that? But it's a way for me, of embodying my past as far as having parents that were on drugs or mental health. Like to the point you were saying, that's like my sister's 16 years older than me. So she comes from that generation where we don't talk about it. We don't talk about if mama did this and I'm not saying you have to share every detail. Like one time I'm not saying that. But like I told her, I'm not going to let somebody else tell my story because people who grew up with me, they know. Secondly, my thing is to embody who I was, to really showcase how far I've come. So I don't want to be one of these people that, oh my God, if they see me now and they think this now, I want you to know that I lived through addiction. I started smoking when I was 11. I don't smoke now. You know what I mean? That I went through all these trials and tribulations. I graduated with a 1.7, but still was able to go to Cranbrook. I went to college by myself. I caught a bus there.
Do you know how empowering that is for people?
Right. So I want somebody else to understand that. And if later on one day I have to do, some politics or whatever, even in comedy or entertainment, because they'll dig through your past. Like Tashawna said, I've already told you. I've already embodied that. And I don't have a problem telling those stories because not only does it empower others, it allows them to understand that they can change.
It empowers you to stop, because this is what happens, you guys, when you're scared. I learned this, and I'm going to give you an example. Scared. My father just was a great man, and he passed away, I would say, probably about a month now.
I'm sorry for your loss too.
And when I was younger, like, he was there, and like, he taught me so much. Like, he wanted a boy, so I know how to build, do all type of man stuff, right? Which became a business though. So, mind you. But my dad, it was always a hold up for me in politics that I didn't want to sell that my dad sold drugs. Because I thought if my dad sold drugs and they know that my dad was a dope man, well, they would want to work with me. That'd be bad for them. What was I'm thinking now, what was I thinking, right? What was I thinking? Or then he started using drugs. And then my dad got locked up. And, like those stories, you think that it will stop your future. But that's not, it's just what you're thinking. It's what you're thinking. Like, I can't say this. Or I can't say that. So I didn't really want to talk to anybody. Nobody knew who they didn't know anything about me. They didn't know where the hell I come from. Not that you care. But once you start opening up, it knocks down all those barriers. It brings more stuff in your life. You control your story.
Yeah. And it shows how well you control your story. Because if you can start against all of those odds and all of those issues and still make something, you know what I mean? That shows your power.
And that shows your growth. That means you can take your situation and turn it into success.
Yeah, you can. So, we got to get to Pontiac.
I know you want to get to Pontiac, but I want this. I love the youth. I love watching. Listen,
Faith
I'm 62.
Over Fear tells of the
retired hood
rat. I was trying to turn on the fan, you guys.
So, Tashawna, you just took my book and
I'm sorry. I was trying to hold it up.
I'm about to show it to him. Listen, y'all. I'm 62, and I know one day God gonna call me home. I am so proud to watch the young women, the young men achieve. Baby, if ain't nobody told you, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Do your thing. Because they tell me all I can sit back one day and watch these young women, these young men come forward with all these here things that's been bothered up in there. Girl, listen. Y'all find out why y'all get this beautiful book. Look at the front.
Where do they get your book from?
They can get the book on the website. So I have them on Amazon Kindle. If it's available on Amazon Kindle, it's also available on my site, which is tbarbisfunny.com.
But
so,
let me tell you,
because I got a vegan cookbook out too called The Hood Rat Kitchen.
Yes, you got a vegan cookbook. Oh, wait. Speaking of the vegan, y'all have to go to her Instagram. So I'm sitting there. I am so tired. But then I see she got this Instagram skit where a black boyfriend, probably a hood guy, bring home a girl that's vegan. And the mama was like, at the end, she just wound up, they couldn't cook her anything because they didn't have anything vegan. I wound up eating water soup. No, it's hilarious. Yeah, I'm not describing it right, but it's hilarious. She got so many hilarious skits on her Instagram.
Yeah, they so extra.
So funny.
I like
but it's so funny. Yeah.
That one, I like that one because I did some different characters. Pork I need to stop there.
No sausage.
Because that's how people do vegans. Not knowing that a lot of stuff you eat is vegan anyway. You eating corn, you eating broccoli. You know what I mean? A lot of that stuff is.
Wait, the guy was like, "I'll give you some pork. I'll give you some sausage."
Yeah. You know how black family is like, what? A lot of times I just tell them I already ate because I don't even want to have to explain this. I'm a vegan and why, how did it start and all that stuff. So, yeah.
So, it's funny. You have to, are you on Instagram?
Yes.
You gotta, you will love it. Like, when I was tired and just exhausted, and then I saw that and I just started laughing. Like, this is hilarious.
I'm glad somebody laughed.
I always look at them. You see me like people really view it. I like it. Like this. So, let's get to Pontiac. So, like I said, we did a form. Yesterday in Detroit, United Precinct delegates did. I'm hearing that we got to do this form tomorrow in Pontiac after I talked to a lot of campaigns. Well, let's talk about the Pontiac race. How y'all had a forum yesterday now?
Yeah,
How was it?
We had a forum yesterday.
It looks very decorative.
Yeah, I sent you a picture of it. At the ATAP school, it was very nice and everything. It was well decorated and everything. And the candidates spoke well. You know, they spoke well. I'm the type of person that you got to hit on the serious issue. As a precinct delegate that hit them doors, they don't want you to just cover up the stuff. They want to know what the Pontiac do not make. They make promises, hopes, and dreams. So did people get
to ask questions, or they were cards, or what was it?
People wrote stuff on cards, but it wasn't. It was not the residents. How can you come to a forum and this team sit here? The Tim Grimer's team, they was all in their blues. The Alexander Riley team, she had a film that's in her white and red, and then there's Mayor Deidre Waterman with her write-in campaign people there, and a few of the residents there, but it was not enough residents. And
that's that's the issue.
Yeah.
The residents. So it was just teams, the campaign team.
There was other residents there, but not enough residents.
Not enough.
Yes. But as a precinct delegate, I hit the churches with our literature. I hit the doors, the gas stations as I was going to give literature, and told the people that we was giving away gifts and prizes and to come out to listen to them form. And the people was like, we got another set of people bringing the hopes and dreams to Pontiac and then gonna stick us in the box again.
So someone said that?
Yeah, it's different.
It's different there in Pontiac. Different. Oh, God, Jesus, yes, it's
so different. How are the campaigns going in Pontiac? Who does it look like to you? This is not that you support them. Who does it look like you that's doing the work?
No,
because I want to
disclaimer.
When you give your observation and say what things look like, this is not saying I support this person. You're telling
so far
this is what it looks like.
So far, it looks like the most two, Alexander Riley has really painted the city of Pontiac.
Okay.
Her billboards, her banners, her yard signs, her van that she's riding around. And I will be riding with Miss Alexander Riley coming up this Saturday in her van, hitting the doors so I can get signatures for our governor. And so her van got her name and stuff, and people calling her the mayor already. And Tim Grimer is hitting the doors and walking, and his team and stuff, and his billboard, he don't have billboards, his signs are up everywhere, and his yard signs are everywhere. Deidre Waterman as a write-in candidate, her billboards and signs are up too. but the people are not really.
But this is the thing about billboards. Al, can you chime in on billboards? That's why I wanted you to get a chair. Like, you could have got a chair and set it right there. I don't understand. I'm confused. Like, a chair can go right there. Because look, they can see you right there. Can we see us? Mm-hmm. When y'all see me, y'all see her. When y'all see her, y'all see me. When y'all see me, y'all see her. So
I was told by the people that run the studio that there are only 4 chairs.
It's chairs everywhere. I don't care about people that run the studio.
Keep going. Please.
So
what if I want a packed house one day? Like, woo, they gonna they party over there.
So
I need you to chime in on the billboard thing.
So your shirt says Billboard Dreams. Is that a brand of yours
wait. Billboard Dreams. Okay, shout out time. So I used to do this thing in the beginning where I want to have I got black business here. Black business. Black business. But I shout out a black business all the time. This is actually not on purpose. So Billboard Dreams is, I will call him my brother. Clothing line.
Wow, I like that.
Right. I like it too because it's simple. I can just I need another t-shirt. I need more. I only have 2. I got a black one and I got a white one, but I literally just threw this on because I didn't feel like throwing on clothes today. So I said I'm wearing a t-shirt. Yeah. And this was the one that was on top and I grabbed it. It was clean. That's what happened today.
It's just amazing. Look how the manifestation, because we talk about billboards.
But I want to talk about the
billboards.
I don't understand why people spend all these monies on billboards because I never even look up. Unless somebody tell me, look up. Or they post it and they be like, I got a billboard.
Well, it's kind of good in Pontiac with the billboards.
Is it?
Because let me tell you, her billboards up in everybody, the lights are on her
Let me tell you what's more important than
night.
Billboards.
The voters.
No.
The what?
So,
Mailers.
Yeah, the mailers. But
I don't think she's done any mailers. I think she just did billboards.
Okay, so let me tell you.
Or what about yard signs versus billboards?
I would do yard signs.
Okay, she didn't have to do mailers because she got a van.
Are you gonna get a chair?
Yeah, you gonna sit here?
No, you're good.
I mean, you can't just stand there like that.
Why not?
We have questions for you.
We got
I'm
political
the
questions.
billboards.
Stand right there, please.
So she didn't do mailers because
you can't talk over there.
So when you say she, I forgot. Can you refresh?
Alexander Riley. She didn't do mailers because with her van, she's taking all her literature.
Look, it's a chair all of a sudden. Ain't this some shit? I cuss. Ain't this some shit?
But you know what? You replaced your F word with the what was that? Flippers? Flubber. So I'm still proud of you.
So instead of her doing mailers, she's taking her literature and riding through the neighborhood in her van, hitting the doors, putting the literature in the voters' hands to vote for her. She have hit every door.
Stand out right there. She has hit every door.
Instead of doing mailers. She have put the lit in their hand and asked for a yard sign and they get the yard sign and the literature at the same time.
Okay. Well, the thing that I do, I just want to make sure that people understand that the most is out of everything that's important, Al, in campaigning. I think, and I hope he would agree, I don't know, we wait for it. I think it's still old school. Phone banking, knocking doors. I think everything else is an add-on. I think texting is an add-on, but it's good for young people now. I think Facebook is an add-on because some people think they can just Facebook their life. They can think they can Facebook their campaign to win it. I got 3,000 likes. Half of them people can't even vote for you. They ain't even living in your
they're not coming out.
So they think because I'm good on Facebook, I got this. No, that does not mean that. No. So I think that is still the basics that people don't understand. Now, I do think yard signs are very important because that's how you can count your votes. I don't like when people go sit their yard signs all on the freeway. Nobody cares. Like, you do? You like that?
You can't count votes by yard signs.
If somebody
just because
says
somebody
that
has a yard sign in their house doesn't mean
generally, yeah. I mean, that's horrible.
No, just because people put yard signs out at vacant houses.
Not at vacant houses.
So
I'm saying
I can't
say Veronica takes my yard sign. I will count her as one of my voters. Now, if Veronica's shady, then I can't count her as one of my voters. No. But why would she have just sitting in front of her house
might
forever?
Support you and not live in your district.
I'm saying in the.
Now what the political director
not be registered to vote in your district. In Detroit, a lot of people.
No, you're not missing. You're missing.
I'm not missing.
I'm saying in your district.
In your area.
Even in your district, there are people that live in your district that may not be registered to vote in your district.
So why are you at their house anyway?
So just like some people may
live. I thought when you're
some people may live in Dearborn and be registered to vote at another address. Some people may live in Detroit and be registered to vote at another address because of insurance reasons, because of other reasons.
I think you're missing my conversation.
I'm not. I understand what you're saying, Tashawna.
If I'm calling from a list of voters in my district, and Veronica lives in my district because I called her from my list, and she says, Tashawna, I support you. I want a yard sign.
Yes.
I would consider that a vote.
That's different than what you were saying.
No, it's not. That's what I was saying.
No, you said you can use yard signs to count votes.
But then I also want you guys to look at the flip side of this too.
See, that's what I was saying.
No. I want you guys to I want you guys to listen to this. People will endorse you publicly, but vote for somebody else privately. I want you to always remember that people will endorse you publicly, but may vote for somebody else privately.
You missed what I was saying.
Oh, that is true.
You ain't listen.
I think that happened in the presidential election.
Tashawna, did you hear what we said?
No, because I'm waiting on something to happen.
What?
No, I was saying, no, I agree with her with what she said, because I think you saw that in the presidential more than in what I see in the local. You had a lot of people that was saying, oh, no, Trump, oh, no. But then when the votes turned out, it was a little less of that, oh, no, because people were afraid to say that up front. Yeah. So I think that happens because sometimes you feel like maybe you may get some backlash for publicly supporting this person. What if they don't win? You know what I mean? And then now the person who wins may shun you because you publicly supported this person, if that makes sense.
I don't think people will take. I think most people, African Americans who supported Trump, wouldn't even have a Trump in their yard sign.
Right. No, they wouldn't.
And I think there's a lot of black people voted for Trump that we haven't.
Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
Especially the first time. The second time, probably.
I agree. That's what she was saying. I just.
So you have to always remember that in everything in life, people will endorse you, but not vote for you.
So, in Pontiac right now, because by me riding through with a lot of them and riding through the neighborhoods to get signatures for the governor, in each yard now, right in Pontiac is so different than Detroit. It's so different, you all. Listen to me.
Because, you know, Pontiac try to say they're the same like Detroit. It's the new Detroit.
Yeah. So, they're like, in one house, this wife is promoting Alexander Riley. Then the husband said, no, I'm going for Tim Grimer. So, they got two signs in their yard. They split. Too. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
How do you think that works with a house divided like that? Does that cause other conflicts?
So yeah, and then I rode through the neighborhood where there's a Waterman sign and an Alexander's Raleigh sign that there in the yard. It's Waterman. Some people houses divided, and so it's gonna be a lot of tension divided there in the city of Pontiac because a lot of houses is split on who they all supporting. Because some yards got two signs in there for two different candidates, the husband and the wife, or the son and the mother. So it's a lot of divided there, to say, yeah. And the candidates that are running, they're trying to do a good race, but it's gonna be hard in this primary. Very much hard there in Pontiac. Very much hard. Because
who do you think? So you think Alexander Riley is doing a good job? Who else?
Mr. Tim Grimer.
Tim Grimer is doing a great job. And, 1 to 3.
And our own mayor, Waterman Deidre.
She's doing a good job, like I say, on his right end.
She's doing an amazing job on the right end.
Yeah,
because she's hitting the door. Got her team hitting the doors, and they're explaining how to write her name in. I would see them three having trying to get out the primary before the other two.
Okay, now how many go to the primary, y'all general?
Well, right now, I brought you the ballot. So
look at you.
Oh, we got the ballot.
But he's not there now. He's Mark Holland partner up with Deidre Waterman. So he's not a write-in.
So you can only vote for one.
Okay, you got to do who's on the ballot in Pontiac.
Right.
Read them and tell
them. I see it. Tim Grimel, Alexander T. Riley, Jeremy Bowie. Oh.
And Wanda D.
Oh, so you got to write people.
So you got to write in
Deidre Waterman.
You got to write her name in. And you got the color in the circle there. You got the color in the circle.
This is y'all simple ballot right here.
Yes.
And then y'all just got proposal A. Shall the 1982 charter for the city of Pontiac be revised by a charter commission to be selected by the electoral? Oh, so y'all going to select, if that passes,
yes,
you guys are going to select the charter commission, right?
New charter commission.
Good luck with that. Like Detroit was.
Listen, so listen. Who was on the charter commission years ago was our own Eddie McDonald.
Oh, really?
Yes.
If any of you guys don't know Eddie McDonald, he's a political, we'll say, guru. Powerhouse.
Yes.
Yeah, very. He got his hands in a lot of things. So, yeah, that's Eddie McDonald. So, you are watching Politics with the Princess live on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, and other social media networks. You can like, follow, share, comment, subscribe, and thank you for watching us. And so we want to remind you that Jazz is in Detroit.
Yes.
Jazz is back. I didn't know it left, though. But Jazz is, we'll say, back and better. Better and whatever, right? In Detroit. WJZZ Detroit Legacy Jazz Series starting July 29th every Thursday at the St. Regis. Every Thursday at the St. Regis. That's in Detroit. On West Grand Boulevard. Everybody should know the St. Regis. Newly remodeled, right?
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Oh, it's from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., you guys. If you want to get your tickets, the info is at the eventbrite.com, or you can email wjzzradio@gmail.com. So, yeah, if you want to be a sponsor, email wjzzradio@gmail.com as well. I will urge you to be a sponsor in this. Yeah. And we are all going to get us some little swingy dresses.
Yes. It's almost like I feel like I want to have one of those hats.
Because it's jazz. You know, let's kind of look up what was the jazz era women dressy thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think when I think of that era, I think of like not the tassels, but what do they call that on the dresses?
Oh, the little stringy thing.
Yeah.
If Tony was here, she could tell us. This, honey, it's called that. Y'all don't know that.
I miss Tony.
Tony, we don't. She's been inboxing me.
Boo, but
Tony
I'm
just
say
inboxed
this.
me and said, I got to look at this way.
I was going to say, but I didn't have a hot dog, so I was okay with that, with her not being here today. She's upset with me about hot dogs.
I had a dream about hot dogs last night. I don't know why. Maybe because we had hot dogs yesterday.
Yes.
But why am I dreaming about hot dogs? That's another whole discussion. So, we will be in Pontiac tomorrow. Give me this paper.
Look at her. Now, girl, you know we have to do these events to educate
Okay, so
the
this
people.
is the thing, you guys. COVID is rising. Mm-hmm. We have to be careful. We have to protect the people. If you know, the House and the Senate passed the what is it called? The Unlock Michigan. So the governor has lost her powers. She cannot shut down the state anymore, right? She can do suggestions and recommendations, but that safety net is gone. So it's on all of us and our personal things to make people safe, and when we're doing events, we got to make sure we're safe. So we need to make sure we have masks and hand sanitizer. And we also need to make sure that we're in and out. We have a caller.
Okay.
We got to accept. Hello, caller. You on Politics with the Princess. Who's calling?
It's called Fringe. Get it right.
Oh, my God. She hopped through the phone.
Didn't I tell you?
Really? Oh,
hey,
my
Tony.
God.
Hey, Tony.
And, Tony, the one day you're not here, I got hot dogs in the car.
Right. For you.
Well, I'm on my way.
Oh, I was lying. I was lying.
Hey, Tony.
I was lying, so don't pull up.
Mama miss you, baby.
So the things on the little dress, the little stringy things, you guys, is called Fringe.
Thank you.
Well, how is California?
I am home now, girl. Didn't you get my message?
Yeah, I thought you said you're coming home on a certain day, like tomorrow, and let's do brunch Sunday.
No, I'm here. Let's do brunch.
Oh, we're happy. Oh, so you came home, but you couldn't come here.
Yes.
So she home, but she didn't want to come here with us.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Tony, are you coming to Pontiac to spend time with me? I miss you, baby.
Yes, I will.
Tomorrow we have Pontiac.
Okay, yeah.
At 1 o'clock, I gotta be there earlier. So we have Pontiac. Do you want to read? She does that. The teacher.
Excellent.
The church lady voice. Watch this. Wait for it.
Okay, I'm waiting for it.
Okay, tomorrow the Pontiac Mirror Forum is going to be at Trinity Missionary Baptist Church, which is at 123 Weston Street in Pontiac, Michigan, from 1 to 4. Please plan to attend.
See? Like you at church.
That's how I felt. Like it's time for the announcements. Please plan to attend.
We do have all mayoral candidates attending. It's hosted by Precinct delegates. Veronica Taylor is one of them. And the residents and all that good stuff. It's not about the glitz and the glamour.
No, it's not.
This is literally, we want to ask questions, get clarity, and help them choose their next mayor, right?
What's important, and I think we were talking about Pontiac a couple of weeks ago. What would you say are the most important platform issues to be addressed? Yeah.
The most important to me or to the residents?
To you and the residents.
To me, I have two most concerns there because I, as a precinct delegate, not just as a precinct delegate, I don't know, just God got me just everywhere. My most concern is the young children.
That's everybody around the state saying this.
The young children do not have a recreation center.
It's the same conversation.
They have shut during the emergency managers. They sold all the schools. And instead, this is what's killing our mayor, is when she got her power back, she did not open up the city back and get some schools taken back where the kids didn't have to go that far. They got a recreation center right now.
Oh, so y'all don't have a school system in there?
We got a school system.
Y'all got charter schools. I'm saying y'all don't have a public
school system.
Okay.
They got charter schools and all this here. But the public schools, what we had years ago, a lot of them are shut down. And it's like, and we don't have enough recreation centers there open up for the youth to be able to have some in the districts. And we don't have a lot of grocery stores in the districts that we need to have there. And my most concern is people getting shot. 3 young people got shot over there in the neighborhood. Over
so
there
it's crime and youth, but basically they run together.
Yes,
because if youth don't have anything to do, they start committing crime.
Absolutely.
Yes. And so the shootouts and stuff, and I want to give a shout out, if you don't mind, to Pontiac Unsolved Crimes. They are doing a hell of a job, and I don't even cuss, of trying to walk the streets and make awareness, especially to Miss Benita Cameron. She is out there making an awareness of what's going on, how bad it's taking over in Pontiac. She is doing a darn good job of trying to make people be aware of what the crimes and how it's taking out the young people and people, period. But mostly, that's my concern in the people is because if they had more recreation centers for these young people, more places for them to go get school, education, don't pass a child and they can't read or write. And if I got a ballot out that says, I need you to sign your name here and print your name there, and they're not paying attention, they can't comprehend this stuff, I'm worried about that.
Yeah, reading and comprehension is two different things. I come to find out. It really is. There's a lot of people who can read it, but they still don't know what it means.
Yes, and that bothers me because I'm just stuck there about kids. I make my grown son that's grown and happy. I got to send a shout out. My son Reginald Burke had a birthday today.
My son named Reginald too.
And he had a birthday today. He grown and he still go to college. He still do all that and work at Chrysler. And I'm just a stickler about kids being able to educate and go forward in life.
But then that goes back to a lot of children that may can read but can't comprehend. That could be also some underlying mental or disabilities right there.
Issues, yeah.
Yeah, they consider that as illiterate.
Yeah.
If you can read the words but not comprehend.
Yeah.
Right.
Some people are dyslexic and they don't know it.
Know it. Yeah.
So, two main issues you have are
and the seniors.
Seniors are very important too.
And a lot of the seniors got older where, girl, this is just I found.
How many senior homes do y'all have in Pontiac? Do you know?
2.
2?
I mean, senior centers.
Senior centers.
We have 2 senior
I have to make sure I get you some resources too for our home health service, Loving in Our Purpose. So I got a home health service that if people have Medicaid, and so a lot of times your granddaughter or your neighbor or whoever have been going and getting your groceries or washing the dishes, and we already know with the economic downfalls right now, people need that money. We can get that person a check for doing those services for them.
I need to talk to you. My mother been trying to.
So we'll get that.
Well, DHS in Oakland County in Pontiac, they have those there. What do through DHS?
No, well, we're through DHS. We just pay $2 more.
Okay. Yeah. But a lot of people got so much pride that they really don't want to go there and do what they need.
No, I was an APS worker for 3 years, so it took a lot out of me to really talk, especially seniors.
Yeah.
But that's why we really champion them to get people that they're already working with and not an independent person they don't know.
Oh, right. Okay.
And I hate that Al went out because I got a call 2 days ago.
You can call him right back in. Right there, probably. What's the call? We got 2 minutes.
Al. So my concern is how can I had 4 seniors to call me and say, how can somebody that sits on the council board... You can ask them in the
after show.
Yeah. How did a councilman can come in, a senior person home that's 80 years old, and tell them, well, you better vote for this candidate.
That's illegal. Nobody can do that.
And then help them fill out the ballot.
Oh, that's illegal.
No.
That's super illegal.
So
on that note,
we
got to tell the people. Okay, this weekend we have our tomorrow. We have our Pontiac Forum. That means I'm doing too much. So Pontiac Forum, we will be in Pontiac tomorrow, you guys. It is on Facebook. We want to see you there. But we want to say thank you for watching Politics with the Princess on WJZZ Cool TV. Ooh. And we will see you guys next Friday. And then Tony should be back too. I don't know. Yeah. We got to see if Tony coming back, right?
Tony, hot dogs on the way.
Maybe we bring hot dogs. She'll come.